everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh. Today we're talking about a creator on TikTok that's kind of going viral for all the wrong reasons. Her name is Savannah Glembin and her husband. And they did this crazy ass video where they wrapped their child in Saran wrap and filmed it for the whole world to see. I've only known about this woman for about 10 minutes, and the things that I found are gonna piss you off. We cannot let people get away with this. Why are people continuing to do the stupidest, craziest garbage on TikTok? The world of child exploitation is getting crazier and weirder, and people will stop at nothing for that click and that like and that comment. And the people commenting on shit like that should be ashamed of themselves. It's not gonna be a super long video, but let's talk about it. All right, before we get started, we got to find out who Savannah Glembin is because I've only looked her up for 10 minutes and the things I found is like, yeah, standard bullshit. So she wanted to be a military influencer a while back. She made quite a following doing that, and then she became a porn star, basically, an OnlyFans porn star. Because that's apparently all the value anybody has in the world, and money matters more than anything else to these people, okay? I don't know how and she's married to somebody in the military as well. I know this is old-fashioned, but if your wife's on OnlyFans, I have no respect for you. Like, and you guys know how I feel about people who have children who are OnlyFans. I have no respect for you either. I'm sorry. I know you guys are going to say, Josh, you're slut-shaming and everything else. So be it. I think you're selfish if you put your naked body all over the internet for your child to find and their friends to find, their teachers and their future people to find, because you're just selfish. That's where it kind of went. I didn't know who she was till someone sent me, you got to see this video, and they sent me this video here. I'm going to blank out the music because I'll get copyright struck, but this is basically what happened. Yep, you're seeing that. The thing that I'm seeing. They literally wrapped up this toddler in so much saran wrap that he can't move his hands. Now, what you're seeing here is incredibly illegal, by the way. It's child abuse, and it's creating a core memory for this child. So much so that in the future, this will probably create a lot of problems for when he gets older with trauma based on this memory. The reason why this is triggering me, because I've had this happen to me. I had a youth pastor's kid and his buddy. For some reason, I was the guy they picked on. They duct taped me so I couldn't move, and it was the scariest situation. I had a panic attack and I freaked. You should never ever do this to a person unless, like, you know, they're doing it and they are in with the joke and everything else, and they want. It's fine. I've seen people duct tape their friends to the walls. It's different, but it should never be against their will. And this is against this kid's will. And as you can see from this kid's face, he's crying. He's sad. The dad's wearing gloves, which I don't know why. It's kind of weird. And this kid is not happy. This is child abuse. There's no other way to put it. And they put it on the internet because they expect it to go viral. Because all the stupid, shitty ass people in the world will do this. This is the type of person who will stop at nothing to become famous because they don't care about anything else but themselves. They are selfish, disgusting pieces of trash. So let's continue. See, she's calling him a grumpy toddler all day. He's crying because he's wrapped in saran wrap. And he said, this is the only way. And they're laughing at this kid crying while wearing saran wrap. Tied up, can't move. This is the only way. Butter's making her cinematic entrance to the dog. So I guess they're calling this a timeout. And he puts him on his face on the bed. I know I'm showing it with you, but... So Savannah Glembin and your husband, you can go f*** yourself for doing something that silly, you dumb bastards. So I want to do a little bit more digging. We'll get to her shitty apology in a second here. I'm not going to let you watch her on TikTok. But basically, this is her channel. Hey you, I made $42,000 my first month on OnlyFans. Day in the life of OnlyFans girl. Trash. But basically, her most viral videos was 2.3 million, a day in the life of a female Marine. Like, she went pretty viral 5 years ago, right? She has 71,000 subscribers. Military, get ready with me. How to do a military sock bun, and then her birth story obviously also went pretty viral. Having your period, and you know, she did all this stuff, and she could have stayed that way and been an influencer that way, but that wasn't enough. Probably wasn't making her enough money, so she did an OnlyFans and said she made $42,000 in 1 month on OnlyFans. The reason I fight against these people who have children who do this is because they're teaching their children that it's okay. I don't think it's okay, everybody. I think there's a problem with the world when this is when teenager, 18-year-olds are like, can't wait to turn 18 so they can do this. When we're trying to convince our daughters that their body isn't what people are after, that they are not commodities, that they are brilliant and smart and they can do big things with their life. And you know how I feel about this. OnlyFans is fine if you're a consenting adult and do whatever you want to do. I just feel like if you have children, that should be something you shouldn't be able to do. I'm not saying you're selfish for doing it. That's my old-fashioned take on that, okay? Getting nose jobs, everything. She's just your standard influencer, okay? And then she did, then they 1.1 million wasn't enough on TikTok, and so she made the video of the kid with the Saran wrap, and then some shit went down. And if you look at her social media links, obviously it's her naked on there, her OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. She's been banned off of Twitter, probably because she was posting porn. That's probably what I was thinking. Because if you look here, account doesn't exist, it's banned. So all that shit goes down, okay? So she is who she is. She's obviously gross, Josie Grossy. I don't like these types of people who not only will they create porn accounts that, again, their kids will find and their kids' friends will find and could be a source of bullying for their futures. Husband's a piece of shit because he saran wrapped the kid and they're laughing at him. They'll stop at anything to become famous because 1.1 million followers is not enough, and they're laughing at this child. And then all of a sudden, this happens, and this is kind of what triggered this. Is what I got 100 messages about this video.
I don't even know how I'm gonna start this. Right now, we're dealing with a situation where Gunnar has been taken from us.
Good. I'm glad your son's been taken from you because you deserve it. What you've done there, I'm not even talking about the OnlyFans and all the other shit. I'm talking about child abuse that you filmed on camera and laughed about. This is what CPS should be doing. And more. I think CPS is scared to do this to influencers because they'll go on their videos and do this. But let's take a quick step back before we get into even more of this video. Her kid gets taken away, and what is the first thing that this woman does? Is she goes on TikTok to tell the world about it. She goes for what to what end? Where's your shitty ass husband? Right? Is this not illegal to abuse your children? If you're in the military and you're accused of abusing your child so much that they get taken away, do you not get disbanded from the military? Because you should. If you're an abusive prick who does this to your family, you should be banned from the military. So again, we took the step back, we take a look. This person is so chronically online that her kid gets taken away and she still wants to fucking monetize it.
Until CPS can evaluate our home.
I hope they evaluate her home. I hope CPS, oh my gosh, she's a porn star too? Great, that's another check on the old box. Oh, look, she's done all this stupid shit. Oh, that's cool. She exploits her child. Exploitation should be f***ing illegal.
I posted a video of my husband and son playing.
So he was only in plastic for less than 5 minutes and at no point was upset, except we can see that the child is upset because he's crying. His eyes are red. There's no smiling. He's sad. This kid is wrapped up tightly, and it sounds like you did it for a punishment, by the way.
That video
Oh my God, that should piss you off.
was construed in a way as to people thinking that we were abusing our child.
No, it wasn't construed in a way. It was taken as we all saw it, because we all have eyes, you moron. We can see with our eyes, especially parents who can see that stuff. Your child was in distress and you know how hot it is inside a saran wrap anyway? You know how dangerous it is to be inside a saran wrap? And you're like, oh, it was construed. Was it construed? Construed properly, I guess then. And so she's gonna diminish it.
When Gunnar was like laughing and smiling, and it was just a funny thing that Hank.
Oh, is it Hank? Is his name? Great. Of course, his name's Hank. Was it funny? Because we didn't see the laughing because we didn't see the laughter and the giddiness and joy in the video. We saw a child who was in distress, and so did CPS, and that's why our child's not with you anymore. So don't tell us what we saw when we can see it.
Because Gunnar was getting into like the stove that day and like tried to
he's getting into the stove, was he?
a fork in his socket. And
He's trying to put a fork in. So here's the solution. Watch your child. What do you mean because he was trying to get in the stove in the socket? So watch your child. So your punishment to your child trying to stick a fork in a socket and get near the stove is to wrap him in saran wrap? Kid doesn't even look like he knows how to talk. And you're sitting here trying to be like, oh, I hope this clears everything up. Yeah, clears everything up. Are you so chronically online making porno videos and taking porno pictures and dressing like a thirst trap all day long you can't watch your own damn child? You're supposed to be military. Aren't military people like supposed to be so militant and structured? They're so good at everything. But you're such an attention whore that's all that matters to you. So you punish your child by abusing him and then showing the world.
And like Hank like playfully wrapped him in clean wrap.
Playfully. You don't get to use the word playfully because you just said it was a punishment. So you can't just be like, okay, this is a playful punishment. You just said it was a punishment. And it was a punishment. The kid was crying. So clearly we see that. You guys do not deserve children. Anybody who would do this to a child, I know it sounds crazy. And people would be like, no, I get what you're saying. But no, if you do this to a child, that is straight up effing abuse. And who knows what else they do to their child? Do they spank them? Do they hit them? What do they do? Right? If they're capable of doing that, what else are they capable of doing?
To move, like he looked like a little worm, like a little cucumber. He was at no point in distress.
We can see he was.
Or crying, or anything like that. Like we would never hurt our son.
You did hurt your son.
Like we would never hurt our
I love how she's crying, but there's no tears. Why do every effing influencer I've ever torn apart, every single one of them, and I mean every one of them, they're like, like they're bawling, but there's no tears. 0 tears. You know we could see that, right?
Child. He's the best thing that has like ever happened to us.
Is your child the best thing? So then why would you be so why are you a disgusting parent then? Best thing ever happened to you, so why you exploit him on the internet? Right? These parents are always like, oh, this is my kid's safety and he's our best friend and we love. But you always prove otherwise with the way that you live your life. You're selfish. That's it. There's no other way to put this. You come first in your life. Guaranteed this woman has done videos about self-care and self-love and probably freaking mental illness and how you should put yourself first at all times.
And like yesterday, so like I posted that video like 2 days ago and like the response that it had gotten was positive. So like I didn't even know like that.
Yeah, because remember everybody, your tribe is trash. Maya Knight and all these other TikTok disgustoids. They attract a tribe who thinks that's cool. That's how you gather a following of people who are like you. They think you're cool. Oh yeah, OnlyFans, great. That's what I want to do that too. Oh, you want to exploit your child? Me too. Oh, you're edgy. Oh, I love that you're edgy. Such a yas queen, slay. Right? You attract trash because you are trash. So the fans who were calling that out and saying it was funny and hilarious and all that stuff, they're trash too. You just don't see it.
Somebody had thought it was bad until yesterday.
Somebody, eh? Just somebody? I mean, I guarantee you every person watching this video right now is probably like this when they watched it. Not somebody, everybody, including CPS who took your child. They think it's bad too.
When cops showed up at our door and separated us as a family. Like we went down and like made our statements and thinking that like Gunnar was gonna like be returned to us that day. And that like CPS would do their investigation and see that our home is safe.
Hope they do an online investigation. Because I don't think you guys are safe at all.
And that we meant our child no harm. I don't know what to do. I
don't care if you didn't mean your child any harm. If you are capable of doing that to a child, I don't believe you. And I think that you abused that child. And I think CPS saw that too. They probably looked at your porn star, that you have a huge following, and that you did that for likes and clicks. They're probably looking at other things too. It'd be interesting to see if she's deleted videos. I just can't tell. You're disgusting for what you did. And now you're paying the price? Thank God. Somebody finally paying the price as an influencer exploiter.
Whether to stay quiet or post a video or like private my social media because of the amount of hate that I'm getting.
You deserve it. So you said, oh, should I private it? Should I get off? Yeah, you know what you should do? You should get off the internet. Get off. Get lost. You don't belong here anymore. You don't go here anymore. You're done. You're canceled. If you do this to a child, you're canceled. That should be it. And it's not the first thing. I saw a freaking Twitter thread. We're going to find out in a second about some other shit that she's been accused of doing. Okay? So you mold all these things over. What should I do? What should I do? You should get off the internet and go get therapy and learn how to parent properly. Okay? That's what you should do. But what did she land on? Making a TikTok video that she hopes goes viral. That's what she landed on. That matters more to her than anything else. If you loved your child, like you said in this video, your shit would have been gone like that. Gone. Because that matters more to you than your social media platform. You wouldn't be getting any hate if you took it all off. You wouldn't just remove yourself. Then you won't get any hate. Bing, bing, bing. But if you abuse a child, you deserve everything coming your way.
I don't know what the right thing is to do or to say. All I can say is that my son is so loved and cherished, and he's my miracle baby. Like, was my 4th pregnancy after 3 miscarriages, and he's the light of my life.
Well, your content says otherwise.
And
wow. Gross.
Like, some people are taking this video out of context and...
Okay, you're stupid, because every influencer who is like this is stupid. No, we didn't take it out of context. Okay, we saw with our eyes everything, and then when you said, no, he was having fun, well then why didn't you show that part, that he was having fun with it? Because we saw something different. Just because you say the thing doesn't mean it's a thing, because we can see the thing.
Like, not even knowing hate crime. I make zero money off of my social media. My TikTok is not monetized, like, at all.
Who cares?
I don't make any money off of my kid. I just put...
You don't, eh?
Little vlogs sometimes and, like, little pieces of, like, our life together. And,
I don't believe you. So what? Just because you don't monetize your TikTok, that's not abuse? What are you trying to say here? You made an OnlyFans. That's what you make your money on doing? You stop lying about, too, you don't make any money on TikTok.
I just feel really helpless in this situation. I feel so dumb for posting.
You are dumb.
For posting that and, like, thinking it was just, like, a cute family video and then it turning into this. I know that people are gonna hate me or, like, just, like, have opinions on this, and...
You deserve it. Yeah, we have opinions on you abusing your child.
Like, I absolutely understand that. I just want people to know that, like, I love that little boy more than anything in the whole world, and I would never hurt him. You
did hurt him! What are you, stupid? We saw that you hurt him! I hope she has to go in front of a judge, and the judge gets to watch that. I would love to be there for that. Because you don't get to do this. You don't get to exploit a child, then fully abuse him on camera, and then be like, well, we love him, though. Yeah. Well, we disagree.
Never ever.
Your love is weird, then.
Never, and neither would my husband.
Except it's your husband did?
We made a mistake. And we don't deserve to have our child taken away because of it.
Hard to disagree. You do deserve to have your child taken away if you abused your child. I don't know... You new here? Hard to disagree with you there. I went over to the sub inspired by Glembin Snark, which just started like today because of what she did. And it's growing by the minute. Here it is. It's from F Performative Activists. I don't know who this is. To anyone still defending Savannah, aka Guns N' Roses, here's a thread of all the messed up stuff she's done. Used the N-word in past tweets when POC called her out. She blocked them and allowed her followers to harass the POC that called her out. So she has used racial term. I mean, there's no proof, so you're just gonna have to, maybe someone's got a screenshot of that. She claims she donated thousands of dollars to BLM after the N-word tweets surfaced as an apology, as if throwing money at a problem would make it better. Anyone who asks her where she donated gets blocked and ignored. She also refuses to prove she donated any money. So she's been problematic for a long time. When COVID got bad and things went into lockdown, she decided to take a vacation and drove down the coast for funsies. Loved those people. I may disagree with the lockdowns and the mandates and everything, but I followed the rules, and so those people who didn't can kiss my ass. She complained about Scottish laws against using drones at Stonehenge, but then broke that law and used her drone at Stonehenge because she really wanted a nice video of Stonehenge. She posted a video of herself and her family mocking Asian people while wearing traditional Asian attire. She also said, if you are offended, go away. She traveled to multiple countries during a global pandemic and lied for the reason was for work, but she didn't actually do any work while she was there. She did one collab with another OnlyFans girl, but it wasn't necessary, so she went to do porn during COVID. Cool. She went to another country for elective plastic surgery during a global pandemic. Because of the last-minute surgery she just had, she didn't get back to the US in time to confirm she doesn't have COVID before the wedding she's shooting this weekend. She knows she could be exposing everyone to COVID, but doesn't care. Anytime she does something wrong or problematic and people call her out for it, she cries about about her mental health and uses mental health. Yeah, I've heard that many times about many creators. Right after her N-word tweet surfaced, she claimed she was in a severe car accident and used that to divert attention from her racist tweets. Convenient timing, she never posted any pics of the accident or damage to her vehicle, yet she posts every single thing in her life. Back in July 8th, service members died in a tragic AAV accident in Cali. At the same time, she was getting hate for using the N-word in tweets. The day the accident happened, she lied and told people that her husband was in the accident in hopes they would stop hating on her. What? Listen, I have a high-risk pregnancy right now, and I might be no shit miscarrying, and I'm under a lot of stress because I was just in a serious car accident 3 days ago, and my husband was part of the AAV accident that just happened. So if you have a heart at all, I hope you just delete it, and I don't need this shit right now. She claimed her husband was in that accident, and he wasn't? Oh shit. Isn't that stolen valor? She posted a fake apology where she just made tons of excuses and claimed she had done nothing wrong, and people were just hating on her because she's petty, because she's pretty, and has money. She refuses to be accountable for her actions. She downplays her behavior. She and her friends once saw a man bleeding after a motorcycle accident. Instead of helping the man, she started taking a video of him laying on his own blood and laughing with her friends. Is there a receipt for that? Holy shit, because wouldn't she be trained in first aid, especially first response? Days after her back injury, she was on video jokingly twerking in a bar in Cali, but that morning she had walked into her work using a cane and was limping because she was barely able to walk. If she's faking it, which I think she is, she's frauding the USMC. Holy shit. She is also very active, flops around in her bed, jumps around and dances in the videos, and lifts very heavy weights, all while suffering from a severe back injury. Okay. This was told to me, so I cannot confirm, but apparently she was informed within 5 hours of the AAV accident that her husband was fine, but on her social media she cried and kept saying how terrified she was and such for hours after she already knew he was fine. Never mind, it's been confirmed by 2 other people. She actually knew within 3 hours that her husband was fine, but continued to pretend she didn't know he was okay for likes and attention. She competed in and won the Warrior Games that are meant for legit injured soldiers, even though she only ever seems to be severely injured when it works for her narrative. If she truly really injured herself and still competed. Holy shit, this one goes far. Damn, she's not happy this shit came out. She calls herself a vet and leads people to believe she was a great Marine, but multiple people she worked with have stated she never worked and no one liked her because she never actually did anything. 3 examples of people coming forward. So here's what happened. She was going to ASU on scholarship to be an officer in the Marines, but she dropped out to earn the rank. But right before she joined, blah, 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 everyone knew of her because of her nudes. She went in and realized she didn't want to work hard like Marines do and got injured right out of boot camp and went to Camp Pendleton, and they gave her so much shit because I don't know if you know anything about the Marines, but you basically have to work to earn the right to just chill, and she was an E3. I don't know what that means, but she was an E3 right out of boot camp with no time to her name, just chilled and pissed a lot of people off, especially the people who were in longer and had to work harder. She walked around with perfect hair and a full face of makeup, always recording herself, so she was called out a lot and just never owned up and changed. She just played victim and she was being bullied. Wow, there's some receipts on this. 4th example. Just wanted to fill you in the Savannah got hurt in school. They give you the options to separate from service if your injury is that bad, but if you do that, you don't get the benefits. So she chose to continue on doing no physical activity, which is 1/3 of the Marine Corps. And her job is very physical, like we load bombs and rockets on aircraft and missiles that weigh 300 plus pounds. She knew that, so she continued into the fleet workforce and never actually did her job. Then went to the Wounded Warrior Battalion just to continue not to do her job, just so she could get retired and make almost $4,000 a month for her military service. So she didn't serve at all. Damn. She claims she dropped at ASU because she wanted to earn the rank like a real Marine, but more than one reliable source has said it actually lost her scholarship and was kicked out because she was caught effing her staff sergeant. There are also these 2 people. Oh my gosh. So anonymous, please. But Savannah also lost her ASU scholarship because she effed one of the staff sergeants. Phoenix, Arizona. I went to ASU before I dropped my NROT scholarship to enlist. Not my brightest idea. Damn, she's getting called out. How did she grow a platform after all this went down? Here's her admitting that she did some culturally insensitive things. They were culturally insensitive things I had tweeted 5 to 8 years ago when I was ignorant and hadn't yet moved out of the house and educated myself and developed my own opinions of the world. I think people forget I'm only 23 and I'd apologized for them in the past, but people decided to drag them up again and pretend they were current things. So apparently she created an account and someone said this. I don't think my shoulder bra strap, belly button, legs, or back are going to distract any male students or faculty. This dress code is telling girls to cover up. So basically someone posted this thing on, looks like the military, saying, you know, the dress code is silly for women. It's hot outside, let us dress. Then she wrote, I agree to a certain extent, but don't go crying if you get dress coded for looking like you waltzed out of a strip club. Says the person who posts her vag on the internet for money. You should go shopping for a little bit of class and modesty, not friggin' shorts that show your butt cheeks. Says the woman who will show you her insides for the price of a cheeseburger. Great work, Savannah. Oh, this one didn't age well. Here's a tweet. When I'm a mom, if I see my son bringing home different girls every week, I will be beating the living shit out of him. No doubt. Well, Savannah, I wonder if CPS saw this tweet. Will you be beating the shit out of your kid? Well, that's cool. Thanks for documenting it. Photoshops and says she doesn't, which clearly she does because she's a photographer. I promise you, if you're a wedding photographer, you Photoshop. Look at the Photoshop here. Oh my God, it's not even good Photoshop. Get better, Savannah. I own my shit and I apologize up front for what I said 6 years ago. I did make excuses for myself too. I've never lied about lipo ever. I don't Photoshop my effing photos. I use Lightroom. Okay. I've never compared myself to a porn star and is now a porn star. Wow. Keep this totally anonymous. I do not want my name attached. What is this? So she reached out to me, asked me about meeting me for a tickling session. We worked out details, agreed on an amount she wanted, half up front, so I did it. Well, when time comes for session, she leaves me hanging high and dry. Wouldn't return my messages or refund my money. Tickling? Is that like a euphemism for sex? Is she selling sex? Tickling session. What? She's monetized her baby loss too, which is like, you guys know how I feel about that. She fakes girl on girl porn photos, I guess, because she says she's bisexual. Okay, so basically, she's a big giant ass shit show. Drama follows her everywhere. She's got problematic past, problematic present. Now she's got a problematic future. Lots of people. She's made tons and tons and tons of enemies online. She's just problematic. And the fact that we just read a tweet saying that she's gonna beat her kid's ass if he brings women home, right there. This woman is unhinged, and we could see it. All you have to do is look. Oh, there you go, everybody. I mean, I don't believe anything coming out of that woman's pie hole. None. Zero. You're selfish, you're disgusting, and you abuse your child on camera, and you got what's coming to you. Hopefully she'll learn from this, go take parenting classes, get massive amounts of therapy, and then figure it out. Okay, maybe get your kid back and maybe do some real things. Get him off the internet. Don't put him on there anymore. Once you get off the internet, clearly you're not meant for this place. Okay, you have too many haters because you attract drama. So don't be an idiot, or maybe just do better. But the first thing you can do, Savannah, is take your child off the internet and stop exploiting him for cash. Cool? All right, cool. Anyway, I know this is a quick one, Sunday night video, but it came up and I was like, oh, I got to talk about this. So that's what we do here at the Dad Challenge Podcast. Everybody take a deep breath. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow for a video on, who are we talking about tomorrow? Tayana. It's crazy, that video. It's nuts. But you guys are beautiful, amazing, incredible, and gorgeous. Don't you ever damn well forget it. Okay? Don't abuse your children. And I will see you tomorrow.